It says we are live on Facebook. We are live. Facebook, good morning. This is David, and it is the 9th of July. No, it isn't. It's the 12th, 11th. It's the 11th of July. I had the 9th on my mind, and I'll tell you in a second why I did. And I want to read a posting I did yesterday in Facebook and bring everybody up to date as to what is going on. One of the reasons why, well, I'll tell you in a second. Yesterday, I posted Saturdays. Every Saturday is Small Business Saturday. Will be rescheduled for tomorrow, today. On Saturday, I will be bound on a Barron's bus headed to Columbus, Ohio to celebrate my oldest grandson's, Max is his name, his sixth birthday. Sixth birthday already, Max. So, on Tuesday, I had done a Facebook Live and a YouTube. And the strangest thing never happened to me before. And I still cannot explain why. On Facebook, and if you follow me, you saw that the most recent posting I did, there was sound and no video. And I have no, I can't figure it out. I think I have it fixed. Hopefully, I have it fixed now. But I could not figure out what the problem was. But the weird thing about it was on YouTube, I had video but no audio. And I have never, ever had that situation, but they were both happening at the same time. So it was pretty crazy. So I wanted to make sure that everybody understands what it is, what it is I want to communicate and share with you. So well, we are on YouTube. We are live on YouTube now. So the YouTube folks, good morning. But you've already heard everything. So a couple weeks ago, I decided, because of things that a bunch of emails I was getting and things I was seeing, I saw it on Facebook 100 times and LinkedIn 100 times, about folks saying, do you want to write a book? Let's write your book right now. Let's use all the tools that are available. And speaking about tools that are available, if you use AI, and there are 20,000 different AI tools that you can use, you can write your book in an hour or less. And that whole concept has been very interesting to me. So in 2007, I published this book, How Do You Answer These 749 Questions About Your Small Business. I did it. A lot of things happened in 2007 with me. It was because of, as a result of, a conversation I had with my son, Jordan, who I might say is a brilliant market strategist. He was just in college at the time. And he said to me, Dad, you're not branding yourself right. You're not marketing yourself right. You're not advertising yourself right. You need to change. And I said, okay, uh, let's develop a strategy of what I need to do and how I'm going to accomplish it. So in 2007, I I created Dreaming with Entrepreneurs LLC. That is the uh, legal entity where everything, one way or another, gets back to Dreaming with Entrepreneurs LLC. I also uh, created the name of Small Biz David in 2007. So as I was going to get on Google and do all the things that I was going to do, I was going to be developing the brand of Small Biz David. And also, the third crazy thing that it did is literally the last 100 days of 2007, I started from zero with the book, and by New Year's Day, because I went public New Year's Day 2008, I was holding a copy of the book that I had written, edited, and actually worked with a printer uh, to manufacture the book. And it was not an easy book to manufacture. First of all, it was oversized, 8.5 by 11, had the spiral binding in it, and it was a challenge. And nonetheless, that's what I had done. That's the way I wanted it, because I wanted it to be like a workbook. So I I guess let's fast forward. Uh, I didn't provide the answers to the 749 questions in the book. Uh, People were angry with me. I didn't publish the answers, and I did it by design. I didn't want to publish the answers. Had I taken that approach, I would have spent at least the next year answering the 749 questions and putting them in the right grammar and what have you, all the things you need to do. And I didn't. That's not what I wanted to do. So I took it very seriously to heart that I did not provide the answers. So in 2008, the next year, uh, I produced my first YouTube live stream, and the objective of me being on YouTube was going to share my expertise and experiences in entrepreneurship, business, small business, but where we are today, it doesn't matter. It's small or big business in my mind, what's going on. And uh, marketing, sales, value, trust. Marketing, sales, value, trust is a story, my story that I have been building for the last 55 years. So, and it's as in everything that I do, it's a work in progress. So, uh, 5 years ago, um, uh, when my oldest granddaughter, Eloise, was 7 years old, she uh, said, and the way that we did most of our communication, because of where she lived and lived at several different cities and where I am, and we did a lot of FaceTiming. FaceTiming is how I've watched, for the most part, my grandchildren grow up, and that's how they've learned about Grandpa David. And so behind me, I used to have my logo, which I can't find it in the move, a painting out of canvas of my logo. And when I moved 7 months ago, I remember loading it. I remember unloading it. I remember loading it. Uh, and now I can't find it. So, Uh, at any rate, on the logo, it says "Dreaming with Entrepreneurs," and it had a very esoteric uh, diagram, painting, interpretation. Interpretation really is what it was. Uh, Actually, my landlord at the time, she was an artist and she painted it overnight. It didn't tell me. She just did it. And well, at any rate, Eloise asked me, "What's an entrepreneur?" And I gave her some. Well, the first two sentences were my typical bantering, and I'm sure she did not understand what I said, but I did. The third sentence I clearly remember. I said, "Eloise, I'm going to spend the rest of my life showing you what an entrepreneur is." So, fast forward next month, about a month from right now, Eloise is going to be 12 years old. And so it's been 5 years since she asked me the question. And I literally have been working on my legacy story for the last 5 years. And bits and pieces of it have evolved from it. And we're in Project 10,000 right now. I started it, and with all the things that were happening at this moment, the emails I was reading, postings that I was reading, uh, everybody was talking about a book and how easy it is. Use AI. So I made the decision a couple weeks ago that I was going to create the Small Biz David AI bot. And developing I don't know where it's going, but it'll be an illustration. It'll probably look as much as the logos that we can get it to look like. I don't know what it's going to look like. And the bot is going to be talking to another bot whose name is Eloise, and she's 12-year-old Eloise in the picture. So, bottom line, Eloise, my gift to you for your 5th birthday is a book that you inspired me. You motivated me to to get towards the book or whatever, and it's been a really fun journey. And so I hope to be in Dallas with Eloise on her birthday. That is not finalized yet, but at any rate, that's what got me going in the project to digitally publish and produce. And in my case, the end product is going to be written material in the form of a book. It's going to look like a book, but also, I'm going to distribute it in the months of October, November, and December. Those 3 months, I'm going to distribute it. And each month, the first of the month, I will video email a copy of the book. I'll get to the title of the book in a second. And also, my video will be I guess it'll be real, it won't be artificial intelligence. It'll be me actually giving my answers or comments to the words, and I'll show you a little bit what that's all about. So that's the project, and I'm very excited about it. But here's where it really gets interesting. As I've been exploring all the different ways to produce the book. Absolutely, there's going to be a digital uh, uh, presence because that's what I do, but uh, it's very simple right now, and I have found that I found it very easily, and actually they've been around for a while. It's called print on demand, and you literally order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 copies of your book. A hard copy is created, and then then gives you the opportunity to sell them if you want to as a book, a hard copy book, or give them away to your friends, give them away as gifts, whatever it might be. And so it's a very, very simple process. Uh, what took me 100 days with this, and I loved every moment of it. It was a wonderful experience. Um, uh, I could have done it an hour or 2 hours. Crazy. Uh, but here's something that I was being challenged with this week, and so I called a session of the Creative Marketing and Sales Institute uh, brainstorming task force. uh, brought called a meeting so that we could determine exactly uh, how we should start to do some of the things that we wanted to do. And it became very clear to me after that brainstorming that um, I need to do some personal business research, marketing and sales research of what is going on. And because of that, I'm going to be inviting uh, 25 folks who are viewing this, the YouTube or Facebook Live, or uh, however you're doing it. Uh, if you or someone that you know should connect with me, uh, let's make that happen. And basically, you just need to send an email to dleopold at davidsbarter.com, dleopold at davidsbarter.com. This, by the way, is a copy of my book. I designed this envelope back in 2007. It's another thing I did. And it's becoming I mean, that was 18 years ago. And I had on the envelope, give the gift of entrepreneurship learning. I put as that, and that is going to play very big into what we are doing right now. But if you are serious, well, let me read what I have prepared. I want to show you basically where I am right now, and I said I've only been spending a few weeks on it, doing all the other things I needed to do, not totally focused on it, but I want to a main purpose of this study, this research that I want to do, is to share the experience with other folks who are headed in the same direction as I am, and I will show them how they can get there. Presented as show them all the options that are available to them, but very clearly, the outcome of their participation in this focus group study that I want to do is next steps, their next steps based upon the triage that I am doing, listening to them. I will define for them, spell it out very clearly for them what their next steps, in my opinion, should be. And then I'm sure the questions will be asked, well, how do we get, I want folks who are interested in, and will share the experience. And I have also created for those folks opportunities that not only will they find sponsorship for a 19-minute marketing and sales value trust video that I will produce with them about them. 19-minute video that will become part, and we will get sponsorship of that video, so it won't cost them anything. And they will then also then discover other revenue, cash flow generating opportunities that there are going to be in the community, and there are some very uh, very lucrative ones, and very simple for the right folks making the right connection. So all of that is a part of what we're doing, and I wanted to share where I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and why, so that you can start to formulate those ideas for you to take your idea to make something happen, create an event, tell a story, do a video, write something, uh, get the creative process started and going. That's what will be the outcome of participating in this focus group for sure. So, Grandpa David, what is an entrepreneur? That's a question that I told you to always ask me. The book is actually, the concept is actually the ABCs of entrepreneurship, business, big or small, marketing and sales, value, trust. Those are my areas of expertise, and that will be the subtitle to the book. Um, I told you that the book is being dedicated to Eloise. So, what I did, and I have always wanted to do this, and it all came together 2 weeks ago. Uh, these 749 questions that I created generated about 1,000 keywords. So that if there's something about the book concept and you look to see the keywords, does the book have an explanation about it? Where do I find it in the book? To me, that's the second most important thing in a book, that or third, that I do, and I use it. Business books. I do not read them page to page. I look for the ideas that the concepts, the key words that I want. So all these questions and keywords were relevant in 2007, and actually, as I've been thinking about it over the years, some of them are irrelevant right now. For instance, I had a whole chapter on healthcare and the questions a small business should be asking themselves about healthcare, not only for themselves, but for their businesses, their employees in the business. I was actually an expert in that field way back then, 2003, whatever. And it's important to grasp the concepts that I took the questions that I felt were most relevant today, based upon my experiences of the last 18 years. Which ones were most relevant, and focus on them, and explain to Eloise that that's part of the story. As I was going through it, and by alphabet, ABCs, by the time I got through C's, I had already collected 50. words, phrases, concepts. And so I decided to stop, and I'm going to stop at 50 for the first, for the book that's going to be released in October, November, and December. Each one will have, and in the month of October, I will talk. My video will be about the A words in the book, the 8 keywords. November will be the B's, and December will be the C's. So that's going to be happening at the end of the year. So 50 words. There were 3 in the A's. There were 30 in the B's. Of course, the word business is in there many times, and then a cycle, and then a model, and plan. Absolutely. Actually, there's 13 different concepts about business plan that I want to deal with in the book. They're all very important. And then on to the C words. The biggest C, one of the biggest concepts. It's interesting how that's all kind of shaking out in business is the concept of collaboration. Businesses collaborating together to achieve whatever goal they define as the goal of that collaboration. It's a must. It's a necessity. It has to be done at all levels. Not just the biggest levels. You need those collaborations. You need to understand the focus and motivations of other people who are doing something different than you are, probably, maybe, doesn't have to be, but could be, doing something different. And together, you are taking each of your businesses to another level, to the next level. And that's a C word. So in A, we've got artificial intelligence, and B, we have business, and C, we have collaboration. And that about covers it. And I did make one note here that I'll expand upon, the concept of competitors. I have always thought in the last 55 years that my only competition was myself. It didn't matter what the other person was doing because I had no control over what they were doing. I only have control over what I do. So I didn't pay much attention to competition. I pay no attention to competition. It is what it is. But the interesting thing about what is happening in business today, and I guess it's a 360-degree circle, is that I sincerely believe that artificial intelligence, and it is everywhere, as it well should be, used properly, not not how all the bad guys ought to use it, but it's about artificial intelligence. And so an individual can create artificial intelligence by exploring as many large language machines, learning machines, language learning machines that they can, to get the very best answer. That's what this craziness is all about. It really hasn't changed from Google's origination, and whereas it was thought by many, not expressed by, but thought by, I expressed it, that the growth of AI and ChatGPT, that Sam Altman and his group, that included Elon Musk originally, what they did was said that Google should not have all that search traffic. we should be able to go dig deeper than just keywords, concepts, ideas, a collaboration of ideas from many resources. That's what artificial intelligence is today. It is data. It's multifaceted databases coming well from wherever the developer wants to create the end product that they want to create. That part of it's pretty simple. And right now, I see it's crazy. You can do this. You can develop code. You can write code. You don't even have to know how to write code because AI will do it for you. And that's scary. That is pretty scary when AI can be writing the code. Who knows? Who knows how much code for years has been written by artificial intelligence? So I did. The first thing I did as I was laying out my ideas, I did a Gemini summary. Gemini is the artificial intelligence tool that Google uses. So if you're inside of Google and you're doing a Google search, on the search page, it will also give you the opportunity to use their artificial intelligence. And they're digging a lot deeper into it than they initially wanted to, for sure. But from everything that I'm reading about it, they're doing a great job. They did initially. Their search business was off in the first year, serious year of AI. Their search business was off about 30%. That doesn't mean that they lost 30% market share. Well, that's what that does, but it does not necessarily dilute the strength of Google and their knowledge base, and their database. So it's interesting, and it's logical that I use Google for that purpose, for my bot, for my Small Biz David AI bot, actually for a couple reasons. Now that I think about it, one that I hadn't thought about was about 8 years ago, Google sent me an email that simply said, henceforth, now and forever, there will be an algorithm of David F., Small Biz David in quotation marks, Leopold. Google sent that to me. And nobody could really explain why. I worked hard to get that designation based upon other folks. Another David Leopold who was first in all the rankings. Actually, it's pretty funny. We were supposed to meet personally. He's an outstanding immigration attorney from Cleveland, outstanding. And I see him. Actually, he's in. I've got 2 different Google profile pages for some reason I can't explain, and on one of them, his story is always in my story flow at the top of the page. So I find that kind of funny after all these years. And two, the other thing that was crazy, when I would type Small Biz David in Google search to see if I came up, to see if something I was testing worked, whatever the reason, for a reason that still has never been explained to me. Google said, Google came back with search results that had Small Biz underscore David, not continuous words, but had an underscore for some reason. And because of that, I was not getting, I wasn't getting respect for the Small Biz David things that I was doing in brand, that I was building in YouTube's, and whatever else I was doing. So it's incumbent upon me to protect my legacy story that I have built, for me to create my own Small Biz David AI bot, who is going to tell a story to 12-year-old Eloise, his granddaughter, and her AI bot. Eloise, you may have some homework on that. I did say I'm going to do it kind of like distribute it, kind of like a subscription, because a third will go out in October 3rd and November 3rd and December. Another thing, anybody participating in the project will have private email access to me, and will get a response to the question that they pose in the form of, I feel your next step should be. I will triage what they have presented to me and return that. They have to be involved in the project. Also, too, as a sidebar, anybody who gets involved in Project 10,000, and when I say gets involved in, that's generate the revenue in the 387 metropolitan statistical areas in the country, generating potentially the system that I have developed in the last 5 years, and it's been a work in progress. If you follow me, you absolutely know that, because I constantly try to make things that I've created better with a new something that we're doing. And so the Marketing and Sales Value Trust 19-minute production, we want to produce 10,000 of those in anywhere in the United States. The person can live anywhere in the United States to do that. And the system is designed to create a tremendous amount of noise, marketing and sales noise, in the community, in the community where we're making it happen in a 7-day period. Our system is a 7-day system to make all the elements of it work. So that's what's going to happen. Oh, and so finishing, anybody who is involved in the project, either the 10,000 folks who I will be producing 19-minute videos for, or the 387, could be less than that if and certain folks for sure. There are businesses in this country that could immediately take command control of 387 markets, and I've got a couple of those that I've made, but I'm not going to share that information with you. That's my intellectual property. Okay, and to show you what AI intelligence can do for you in terms of writing your book, I asked the simple question. I had my own answer, but I wanted to see what kind of answer I was going to get from uh, uh, Google's AI. And I am also going to pose the same question to another AI technology that I actually bought, that I purchased. It cost me $19.99 every month. The reason I bought that particular AI uh, technology platform was because I know the developer, Dustin. He and I have been communicating uh, on the internet. We've never met one another. We've been communicating in cyberspace for at least uh, 11 or 12 years, maybe longer. Uh, YouTube will only archive my videos that for the last 13 years. The ones before that, the 4 years before that, uh, they they're in a Google Cloud somewhere, just not available to the public. I wonder why. I know exactly why. I asked the simple question: how do I write this in a book? The things that I threw at them, and I threw all my keywords at them. How do I write this in a book? And the response I got back was to turn this into a book. You could expand on each A, B, and C word, dedicating a chapter or a section to each. I beat artificial intelligence on that one. I was already there. Okay, and then here's how. For each A, B, and C word, define it simply. Yes, I agree 1,000%. Simplicity and clarity are two must characteristics in the marketing and sales world. You must be able to describe what it is that you do in very simple terms and with great clarity. Uh, why it matters, describe its importance to entrepreneurs and businesses, obviously. Actionable tips and examples, provide practical advice, real world examples, or small exercises. That's something that I've been doing for 55 years. So, yes, that will continue. And here's the interesting pickup that they made: Eloise lesson, they called it. Frame each topic in a way that connects to Eloise's original question or a simple, relatable life lesson. Um, Maybe I'll just ask Eloise what she thinks about that. And in my introduction, I should expand on the dedication to Eloise for sure, the inspiration behind the book, yes, and what readers can expect to learn. Uh, Readers can expect to learn the ABCs of entrepreneurship, business, big and small, marketing, sales, value, trust. My conclusion must summarize the main takeaways about entrepreneurship and encourage readers to apply what they learn. Only if it works. Well, I'm being a little sarcastic, but you don't know if something's going to work until you try it. Uh, a developer doesn't know that the code that they are writing, the algorithm that they are writing, is going to do something until they try it and it doesn't, or they continue to write code does exactly what they want it to do. Uh, but now artificial intelligence is writing code. Oh my lord. Well, I suppose if Eloise, you're young enough, Learn how to write code, sweetheart. Include the videos, of course. I'm going to do it in a video email. I created a video email about 4 years ago as I was doing my market research on the Cincinnati market, my business market research, personal, that I did for myself here in Cincinnati, where I've lived for the last 38 years. Not doing business in Cincinnati for the last 38 years, but residing in Cincinnati. And I'm telling you, some of the things, the way that folks run their businesses today are dramatically different than the way I have seen businesses run over the years. And um, more so than ever, trust. Trust is going to be the final decision maker. Before someone makes an investment, a purchase, they're going to have to trust the source, the business, the individual with whom they are transacting. And that's even validates even more the importance of the marketing, sales, value, trust story video that I want to produce. And I want to produce 10,000 of them. And I figure that I myself, and I'm doing all this, everything I'm doing is by myself. I can produce 10,000 videos similar, wow, exactly like we're doing right now. I'm telling my story, my value trust story on YouTube and Facebook. That's exactly what you will do as you tell your story. So 25 of you, if you are serious about wanting to learn what I do and apply it to what you want to do with your book, please send an email to dleopold@davidsbarter.com and tell me why. And I will pick 25 of you. Then they say a simple glossary of business terms. That is pretty easy because I think they're making a simple glossary. The glossary needs to be simple, but the concept of the glossary is very complex. And in my case, well, the 1,000 keywords, the business keywords that I created in my book, they tell the story. They tell the 749 questions. And that's how that works. Oh, I just was turning a page. One of my B words is baby boomers. I have been a baby boomer. The third year that baby boomers were born was the year 1949 that I was born. So, a baby boomer, for those of you who do not know, is someone who was born after 1946, the end of World War II, and 18 years before 1964. Those are the years of baby boomers, and a lot of the things that I do today, um, I definitely use the term baby boomer. I'm a proud baby boomer, and right now, I think I can safely say that all baby boomers are scratching their heads about the rest of their baby boomer years. It is, the things that are going on are amazing. I'm glad that I'm 76 years old. Glad. So that's it. That's it for today. Thank you for 50 minutes. 50 minutes of your time today. If you're still with me. If not, that's okay too. I hope that today you're able to take away from today at least one thing, one idea, one concept that will bring some new and additional value to your life. So maybe the next time that we see each other, and since I'm going to celebrate Max's birthday in Columbus, I'll be back sitting at this desk in on Monday afternoon sometime. Uh, I will whenever it is. The next time may very well be the best time. And enjoy your day. And you too, stream.